All right, Wayne Allen Root with Bill O'Reilly, as we tend to do every Monday and Wednesday. And it's always a thrill and an honor to have him on the show. Hey, Bill, how are you?
Good, Wayne. Thanks for having me back.
I assume you caught all or at least parts of the Trump rally in Orlando last night. What did you think about the rally, number one? Number two, did he do a great job? And number three, will he change any minds?
I think that the president had a good night. Certainly his core supporters would enjoy his presentation. He made one mistake, and this is just an opinion mistake. I don't think he should be going over the Mueller stuff much anymore. He won. I would like to see an investigation of how that Mueller thing went down. I think that's legitimate. But I don't know if he wants to continue to say it was phony, fraud, this, man. Just kind of say, all right, that's behind us. Here's what we're going to do in the future. He was smart to demonize the far left, which is causing all kinds of trouble in this country. And I don't think most Americans, no matter what party you're in, like it.
All right, and I agree he shouldn't have brought up Mueller or certainly not spent a lot of time on it. What about Hillary? Did he spend too much time on Hillary and the lock her up stuff?
Yeah.
Is that also a thing of the past?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
and,
I agree.
Look, it's nostalgia, I guess. He's not running against Hillary. He has a thread of a good idea, and that is to bring up stuff like Kavanaugh, to bring up stuff like reparations, to bring up stuff like abortion and say, is this really the kind of country you want? No due process, abortion at any time for any reason, government payments
open borders
to descendants of slaves. Yeah, is this really what you want? And the answer is going to be no for most people.
All right, the big headlines right now as we do this interview on Wednesday morning is reparations. The hearings are going on, and reparations for Black Americans, where do you stand?
Well, number one, it's never going to happen. It's unconstitutional for a variety of reasons, and people aren't going to do it. It's unfair. I wrote a big column on BillO'Reilly.com recounting my family's history in Ireland. We got our land seized. We had deaths because of the British government, and that's never been litigated or compensated. That's life. And most people have ancestors who've really gotten it. And you got to move ahead. You can't be taking money from innocent people, many of whom lost ancestors in the Civil War. Can't be demanding their tax money.
Right.
It's just not a right thing to do. It would divide the nation. And only 8% of white Americans, according to a Marist College poll, support reparations. 8%.
And brilliant when you mention ancestors in the Civil War, because my best friend and mentor in life, Doug Miller, for 30 years, just brought up this morning to me. He said, Wayne, you got to tell them that the white soldiers of the Union who died, what about their relatives? They died to stop slavery of Black Americans. Don't they deserve reparations if you're going to go that far? So brilliant analogy. Trump now says he has a plan, Bill. He's going to start deporting millions of immigrants, illegal immigrants, as of next week. What do you think about that? Is he just talking, or has he really got something? If he's really got something, can he do it? Will the American people stand for it? Will the Supreme Court approve it?
Well, certainly he can do it, and certainly the Supreme Court has to approve it because these are people with warrants out for their deportation. These aren't people that you're just going around to door and knocking. These people have warrants, and that they have had their case adjudicated, looked at. The judges have decided you don't have a right to stay. You have to go home. And they, of course, are in the win. It's about 1 million of those people. And the president, trying to mobilize his base, look, we're going to find them and we're going to send them back. Again, his supporters want that. There's no question. So he's within the law. Obviously, it has to be done in a humane way. You can't be brutalizing people. But I don't really know how ICE is going to find the 1 million. But I think the president wanted to make a headline.
All right, Hope Hicks testifying on Capitol Hill, defying the White House's order not to testify. Trouble for Trump?
I understand from my sources that Hope Hicks wouldn't answer any questions about the Trump administration. She showed up, but she wouldn't answer any direct questions about her interactions with the president. So I think that's what happened. Democrats on that committee are angry about it. And if it happens, not going to be anything to come of it.
All right. You know what I say? That's my girl. And finally, there's growing talk that the Trump administration should be looking at antitrust action against Google and maybe Facebook and maybe Twitter and maybe Instagram and YouTube and all these companies in Silicon Valley that are shadow banning and kicking out conservatives. Is this a good idea?
Well, I don't know who else can control these mammoth internet companies. You know, I don't like government intrusion. I don't like the government telling private businesses what they can and can't do if it's not illegal. I don't like that. But what other choice do we have here? When you have, you know, Facebook and Google controlling so much power, and they're going to then pick and choose on who's going to be able to say stuff on social media, I think government has to get involved.
I'm with you. All right. Great rapid fire questions and answers today. Appreciate all your insights and all your wisdom. And you and I are 5 for 5. Good stuff. Thank you, Bill.
All right. See you soon.